it's a quick conversation around them responding to what Andrea Vance said about Karen Chhour.
Damien, like every Karen weaponized her tears. Here's a quote from Andrea Vance summing this up. Karen wept for the television cameras about being bullied in Parliament's unsafe workplace. Her crocodilian display of emotion would have been more effective were her party not working to strip away the health and safety protection of employees. The party has re-risen by stoking a culture war, peddling identity policies, and putting a tale of Pākehā grievance at the heart of party identity. Part of that was relentless attacks on the character and motives of those which it disagrees with. ACT, the party of crybabies, is reaping what it sowed, for it is now seeking refuge in manufactured victimhood that's now trying to seek it is hard to swallow. And there is, of course, an irony in free speech champion Seymour wishing to curtail expression because feelings are hurt. Your thoughts on those righteous words, Damien Grant?
Well, there was no question in that. You just wanted the opportunity to go on.
I totally did. It was all I wanted to do all night. Read those three paragraphs out there.
It was a glorious rant. I don't really care about any of that. What I'm interested in the policies that Karen Chhour is implementing. I think 7AA has been a failure. I think that the obsession with...
I wish you could get Damien to describe it. Maybe he can tell us exactly what it is and how it's implemented today.
Racial identity, which is only increasing, is a problem. I think Karen is correct to confront that, and we should be focusing our resources on people who need it, regardless of their race, and that's what she's attempting to do.
There you go. A very quick little one for there, but yeah, and I see a headline this evening. I haven't looked into it yet. Karen Chhour making statements that Oranga Tamariki is a cash cow. Children's Minister says Oranga Tamariki was a cash cow. That's angered the PSO. We might get into that tomorrow night. But look, we've done a lot on Karen Chhour, especially showing up where ACT has been accused of being the bullies and, you know, the vibe they create. And we've been very clear, it's not okay. I don't believe it's okay for there to be a toxic workplace for anybody. But if we're going to have a conversation about it, let's be honest. How much does your party contribute to that toxic environment? How much did your party do when people like Marama and Kerry Allen and Jacinda and other females on the other side were talking about it last year? It feels like you guys were just going, we're okay. We don't think it's that bad. Now it's one of your guys, a bit like the gay son you were just talking about, Clint, and all of a sudden, got to sort this out. Thoughts?
Yeah, I think, but bullying, rude comments, Parliament's become a whole lot less tolerant to that over the years, and that's probably a good thing. But I would say, it doesn't seem that she's sort of really been bullied so much as had her policies challenged, and that seems to be what's really upsetting her. There was, when she stormed out of that interview of Tova O'Brien the other day, Tova then played some clips that she had been going to play to her, and one was of a survivor of state abuse who had met with Chhour after that report was presented, and Chhour had said to her, "I'm having to do a lot of things that I'm not comfortable with in this job." Presumably referring to maybe the 7AA stuff or all these cuts, because she herself has been through abuse and state care. She knows how serious it is, and yet she is now perpetuating that harm. And I can see that in her shoes that would be very hard and very psychologically damaging. But she doesn't have to do this job. If she doesn't like it, she should not do it. She should say, "I refuse to be part of these policies. These policies are wrong. I quit." Have the stand up for yourself. Don't cling to power for its own sake. It's the worst thing that politicians do. Is I can't leave Parliament. I need to be in here. No, you don't.
I wonder what the difference is between Karen Chhour and Melissa Lee. Because Melissa Lee looked like she was moved on for not being able to do a job. But of course, Karen Chhour is an ACT minister. Exactly. So could that be the difference, even if they're not happy with how she's performing or they realise it's too much for her? They can't do anything, that is the Prime Minister, because she belongs to Team Yellow or Pink, whatever colour they've got that day.
Yeah. I think it's up to Seymour. That's kind of always the reality in a coalition deal, is that the Prime Minister is nominally in charge, but they can't really go firing ministers of a different party without the agreement of that party leader. And yeah, she's not the only minister in those support parties who probably needs to go, but won't go unless their party leader decides that they should. So we're stuck with her, and then she gets an attack of conscience and decides that she's not going to do it anymore.